Hello! Today I'm going to be teaching you about Ajeva and the application process. Let's get started. First, you may be thinking, what is Ajeva? Well, let me explain. Ajeva is a second look finance company, meaning we are the company you look to when your patient is not able to get approved for financing from your main finance company. Ajeva will help you increase case acceptance, increase your revenue, and of course, help create happy patients. On the patient side, Ajeva is a finance company that provides fair underwriting, reasonable interest rates, a low down payment of just 15%, and flexible payment terms. Now, as a provider, we only need you to do a few things during the finance process. One, you have to invite your patient for financing, complete an application with your patient if they need your help, take a copy of their ID and verify that they are who they say they are, schedule treatment, and of course, complete treatment. Simple. Your patients have an equally simple process to look forward to. They need a valid ID, a social security number, a stable income. Now, that doesn't mean they have to be working, but they do need some sort of income coming in, whether that's disability, retirement, or social security. We need a phone number, an email address, and a physical address. And lastly, we're going to need 2 references from your patient. Now, let's jump into the application. Now, to get started, you'll need to log into our portal on ajeva.pro. Once you type this into your web browser, you'll be taken to this page. The first thing we're going to ask for is your provider number. Now, this was given to you during your enrollment, and if you do not have it, don't worry, give us a call and we will get it for you. Next, you'll need your username, which you created when you first signed up for Ajeva. Same thing, if you're not aware of what that is, give us a call and we'll help you out. And of course, your password. Then you click login. Once you log in, you're going to be taken to your dashboard. Your dashboard currently is going to be fairly boring. Once you start sending more patients and getting applications approved and your applications begin to get funded, you're going to see patient statistics and data start filling up this page. For now, it's going to be pretty blank. When you're ready to invite your first patient, simply click the invite button and it will take you to the invitation page. This page is designed for you to invite patients to apply for financing, whether they're in the office or at home. You start by entering in their treatment amount they're looking to finance, their full name, their email address, the type of dentistry they're getting done, and of course, if they have one, an internal patient ID number. Now, this is just for offices who use anything other than a social security number or full name to track their patients. Lastly, you'll click here, letting us know that you are going to keep a copy of this person's driver's license and verify they are who they say they are. Then you click the submit button. Now, as soon as you click that button, you have just sent an email to your patient asking them if they would like to apply for financing. If your patient's in the office, no worries. Tell them they can disregard that email and continue the application with you right now. Now, as soon as you click that button, your patient was just sent an email asking them to apply for financing. Now, assuming that they are in the office and you want to complete the application right now, you would click Complete Application and you will be able to start the application process. As soon as you click the Complete Application button, you will be taken to our one-page application. Now, I've split this into multiple sections, but it is one page and should not take much longer than 5 or 10 minutes to complete. We start off by entering in the patient's first and last name, email address, cell phone number, and home phone number if they have one. Now, please let your patients know we will verify their phone number at the contract step. So we have to make sure they're not putting in a phone number that they aren't confident belongs to them, because we need to verify the phone number in order to get them fully approved. We'll then ask the patient to put in their physical address so we can help verify them. And then, of course, they need to put in the portion of rent or mortgage that they pay on that property. Now, if they only pay a portion of it, it is very important that that's all they put in the rent or mortgage box. We do not want them showing that they pay a huge mortgage payment when maybe, in fact, their spouse covers 80 or 90% of that payment, or their roommates cover a percentage of that payment. The next part will be their identity information. This is where you'll enter in their social security number, date of birth, ID number, the state it was issued from, and the expiration date. Then we'll enter in their employment status, full-time, part-time, retired, disability, and then, of course, have your patient complete every box here as well. Their employer, how long they've been there, the phone number, their monthly income, and their education level. Lastly, we're going to ask your patient to put in 2 references. Now these references are only going to be called in the event that your patient's phone number has been disconnected or we just absolutely have zero success reaching them. So please let your patients know we will not be harassing their references or calling them to get them approved. This is strictly if we cannot reach your patient once they've been fully approved. Once the patient completes the full application, they go ahead and they can review their privacy policy and the electronic consent agreement and then check these boxes letting us know they're ready to go. To continue the process, have your patient click the Submit Application button. It's very important to note, once this button is clicked, we will pull their FICO score and begin the quick underwriting process. Ajeva does pull your patient's FICO score, but please let your patients know this has very little to do with our approval process. We look at over 2,000 variables when we make our decisions on your patients. The FICO score is one of those 2,000 variables. When the patient's ready, have them click Submit. Now, assuming your patient has passed our underwriting process, which we are expecting a majority of them will, you'll be taken to this page. And it says, congratulations, you can be financed for up to $1,700. Now remember, we asked for $2,000 at the beginning of this application, but once you remove the down payment from that, you're left with a $1,700 balance to be financed by Ajeva. Down here, we're going to see the patient's terms that they can choose from. They have $2,000 they originally wanted to finance, a $300 down payment. We have a 2% loan origination fee that's going to be added to that down payment. And then their monthly terms they get to select. Now, not every applicant will have 6 to 24 months to choose. Sometimes they'll be limited to 6 months, sometimes they'll have 6, 9, and 12, and sometimes they'll only have 9, 12, 15. It will completely depend on your patient's unique profile. Now, their first payment will be scheduled 30 days from the day that they apply. They will always have an opportunity to change that date, whether it's with our welcome call or if they want to call in ahead of time and ask us to move their payment day or change their payment method. It is important to note that we will call every single patient that becomes fully approved by Ajeva. Please encourage your patients to answer the phone. All we are looking to do is confirm that they understand what they signed up for, they're happy with the process, and they are confident in everything that Ajeva is offering them. Now, if you look at the bottom here, you'll see what the loan amount is, the APR, the patient's monthly payment, and their first start date. We also show them at the bottom right-hand corner here that they could lower their payment by adding an additional down payment. They have an option to pay as much down payment as they like. Otherwise, they can leave it just how it is and move to the next part of the application. Next, your patient will enter their payment method so we can automatically collect their down payment and origination fee, and of course, collect their monthly payment every month. Now, we do not require your patient use a debit card. However, if you want them to be approved today and begin treatment today, it is important that they use a debit card. Because if they choose the pay by check option, they are saying, I prefer to mail my down payment and origination fee to Ajeva. That is fine, but this could delay their treatment and approval by up to 14 days. Because of course we're waiting for a check to show up, a check to clear, and then our bank to verify that nothing has actually bounced. At that point, we will notify you that the patient is fully approved. So if the patient is in a hurry and looking to get treatment approved and started today, we recommend that they use a debit card. Once they're ready and have this debit card portion completed, they can look at the bottom right-hand corner and click, I am ready to sign the contract. As soon as that button is clicked, it is going to take them to a phone verification screen. So don't worry, a down payment will not be ran just yet. Here, we are on the phone verification screen. It's very simple. Have them click whether they want to receive a text message or a phone call. Their phone will go off within seconds and they'll be giving a security code. Once they enter that code, their phone will be verified and they'll be taken to the contract page. Now the contract is going to have everything you would expect, a promissory note, a truth in lending disclosure, and pages of information that your patient is going to be very excited to read. Once they review the contract, they'll have an opportunity to type in their name at the bottom for a digital signature, and they'll click Run My Down Payment. Once they click that button, their down payment runs automatically. So let them know, if they don't have the money in their account, do not sign the contract. Assuming they do have the money and they're ready to go, they'll click Submit, and it will say this. Assuming your patient's down payment cleared successfully, you will be taken to this page. And this is where they see, congratulations, you have been approved for Ajeva financing. This is exactly what we want to see, because this also lets you know that you can get the patient in the chair or schedule treatment with them. Important things to let your patient know. We will be sending them an approval email. We will be making a welcome call to them, and they are now ready to schedule treatment with their provider. Of course, if they have questions or concerns, they'll be able to email us or give us a call at any time. You ready to go? I hope so. All we need to do now is make sure we finalize your registration, complete your practice profile, add any additional staff that might be sending patients, and add your payment information into our portal so we can pay you automatically. We need you to sign your provider contract if it has not already been signed, and we need you to start inviting patients to apply for Ajeva. Here is a little disclosure for you. Ajeva is currently in beta testing, so you might find things about the Ajeva portal or software that is not perfect. Please share your feedback with us. We are excited to change things and make things easier for you, and we hope that Ajeva will be your favorite finance company moving forward. If you ever need to reach us, we have a direct phone number for you that will ring a provider advocate at any time. 800-395-2538 will ring every advocate's desk on your team and make sure someone is there to help you. You can always email us, pro@ajeva.com, or if you feel like going skiing and you want to stop by while you're on vacation, come see us. We're here in Boulder, Colorado. Welcome aboard, and I hope you have a great day, and please don't hesitate to call us if you ever need our assistance. Thank you.